Hi, my name is Christy Stuber, and I'm a student of Michaela's. I brought my mare Zuri to her, who you will see in this next video. She is a 10-year-old quarter horse Belgian draft cross mare that I've had since she was a year and a half. She was started with natural horsemanship, and we've had a really nice time, primarily riding her from 5 years on and up. But over the last few years, we've had some issues under saddle where she's become more resistant and was showing some signs of pain. So despite multiple saddle fitters and multiple saddles and multiple vet workups, that still was present. I ended up putting her on Regumate, which really fixed about 75% of the problem, even though she didn't look like she was having excessive heats. We ended up having surgery for her to have her ovaries out recently. And so she's coming to Michaela to get restarted, to make sure that we can reprogram some of the associations with riding and do everything the right way.
Whenever I'm getting on a horse for the first time, I like to do it like this, in a rope halter with a lead line and bareback. For me, this just really holds me accountable that I have done all the prep work leading up to this point and that I'm not blowing past yellow or red lights. So if I don't feel like my horse is trustworthy enough for me to get on like this, then probably some stuff that I need to go back and do prior. So I want to be able to have them line up like a partner, be fine with me doing some obnoxious things on the block, and you can see the lead rope is loose so she can walk off if she wanted to. And then I'd really do like some silly things. Count it as your yoga. Right? I don't want to be fully committed just yet, but I want to do some things to check her level of acceptance with me thinking about getting over her. And you can see she's really engaging, like she's checking in with me and maybe looking for treats. But I'm just gonna keep testing the waters here. I love that head down lick and chew, and wait till I feel like I really have a green light from her before I actually fork over. That's fine. If she wants to leave, then I'm gonna just help her. And then we're gonna realign. I don't allow her to circle the mounting block because I don't want that to be a skill that she gets good at. One more step would be good. Thank you very much. And you can see I'm working pretty like quick because she's showing up pretty engaging and she's pretty extroverted today. I don't feel like it would actually serve her to like be going so slow and so quiet. I'm trying to kind of match her level. Like you can see she's all over the place right now. So I'm matching her pace that she's at today mentally and being a little faster pace so that we're on the same frequency. To me, that's a yellow light. I want her to know that I see and respect those little bits of feedback that she's giving me, because if I blow past them, she might be still obedient and tolerant, but with her getting restarted, we want her to move from being tolerant to really being accepting. That feels a lot better with like her not shaking her head with that point. So I call this the hop, hop, flop. So I'm gonna hop, hop, and flop, and my goal is to get my belly button on that side of her wither. That allows me to just kind of hang like a rag doll, and I'm over her front feet. A lot of people hop right here, but that she might brace that against that and then walk off, and I just caused her to do something that I don't want her to do. So I'm gonna hop, hop, flop right over her front legs. There the light turned a little bit yellow, so I'll just acknowledge and respect that, but ask her to get back in position for me. Thank you very much. Oh, do you have an itch right there? Back to the point. Back in position. Thank you very much. Hop, hop, flop. And from this position, I'm actually pretty, it doesn't look like I'm very agile, but I'm very agile. I can slip off really easy. But also if she walked off and I wanted to stay with her, I'm in a really nice position where I can hang and not feel like I'm gonna slide off. So from here, I like to just maybe find the itchy spot again, make it feel like a good deal for her. And then because I like to do things out of both eyes, I'm just gonna get up here, but I'm not gonna fork. I don't feel like I have a green light to do that yet, but I am gonna, I call this the frog stage. Once she settles, I'm gonna grab my rope with my right hand. Good, because I'm gonna slide off to the right. I'd like to slide off the side of her body, not her neck, so. That's not helpful, Mare. There we go. I'll listen to your yellow lights. So yeah, with a horse, she's a pretty confident horse, so you maybe wouldn't notice that she was showing signs of insecurity or just not giving permission for me to really get on. So I love seeing how she's having those releases now, that me giving her those acknowledgements that, you know, I see that your light turned yellow and we don't need to go much further, much faster, really did mean something to her. So we'll see how far we get this time. And she's really telling in her nose and neck. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about. So that's more of a red light, like there's a little bit more of a threat, but I don't want her to train me, so I won't stop with the hopping until she has a different thought about it. There we go. That's interesting, huh? That got like back to snarky face. Why do we go there after the nice yawns, huh? Hey, let's try to set it up again. Hi, I know, just not on top of me. Hi, pretty girl. Did you just realize what was happening? Oh. That's obviously a nicer expression there, but I'm not sure that she's not just distracted. So worst thing I could do is stop hopping as she is pinning her ears and threatening to bite me. Who's training who? Gonna try to not let her train me. You're fine. You're fine. Nice deep breath. Good job, Mare. Good, I'm just gonna go back to some of this stuff. rub her all over with my hands. And it's interesting, I'm not actually touching her at all when I'm hopping on the block. So you think, well, why does that bother her so much? I'm not putting any pressure on her, but I'm putting mental pressure on her because she knows that as the precursor to somebody getting on her. She can read my intention with that. So it's just really important to know, even if we're not physically doing things to the horse, mental pressure is a very real thing, and she perceives this as pressure, that somebody's maybe going to blow past a red light, not honor her threshold. But we see it, we've got time. Being really respectful in between, you know, like when I ask her for that backup and other things, she's trying to act like a partner in between. I'm going to keep hopping if I can and get her back in alignment. Keep some of the stimulus going. Cool. Good job. I like that expression. Oh, I like that. Head down, nice yawn. And I touched her a little bit more with my thighs on this side of her barrel, which in the past that got her more pinning of the ears, so I'm happy with that. So we're gonna see, the light might turn red really fast, but in my mind I'm thinking about doing a hop, hop, flop again. Once I'm committed, once my belly button's on the other side of her wither, if she pins her ears, as long as I can stay safe, it's really important that I stay in that position, even if her expression goes south, and that I'm not allowing her to train me. And it'd be really tempting to just smack her, but I think that would be very unproductive for the relationship. Because I don't think she's doing this because she's really dominant and aggressive. I think she's doing it out of defensiveness. So if I threw up a really hard correction there, that might just feed into that defensiveness even more and break the trust that I want to build with her. I don't really want to go anywhere, so I'm just going to softly put some feel on the lead rope. You can see her mind is all over the place, in the sand, on her sides, all around. I feel like it's a green enough light for me to fork now. And I'm treating this like it's my first ride, even though this horse has been ridden before. It's a restart after a surgery and some time off and trying to reprogram her thoughts about things. So once I fork, I'm really slow to sit up. You can see the lead rope is still soft. I'm not gonna be like this as I'm doing all these things because that could unintentionally put tension in there. I can always bump up, I can lift up if she starts drifting off, but I don't want her to feel like this is being done to her and she's being held in this space against her will. Good. See if I can dismount in the reverse. Thank you very much. I was still at a standstill. Good. And on days I'm going to do this, if I have a belt on, I take it off. It seems like a really silly note to make, but it really is important because I'm sliding so much, so I don't have a belt on. These are just tights. If I did have a belt on, I would take it off because I don't want my belt to get caught in their mane or to be like making it uncomfortable for them as I'm trying to plant like a sweet spot there.